All right, this is One Last Midnight. Welcome back to Thrive. Heavy lies the crown. So, this is probably going to be the last playthrough that I do for this particular game right now, since it's in its alpha phase. And we've come across a few little minor defects that are, I don't know. Don't know if it's stopping me from playing the game, but it's definitely making it a little bit more challenging. So we're going to play for the next 30 minutes, see what we can do. One of the things that's problematic is this dialogue keeps popping up, and I don't know why, because my town keeps growing, so I'm not too sure what that's all about. But we've got a bunch of buildings that we need to build. I want to try to get into some of the other additional items that were unlocked, some of the other production chains. So I think I put down, I think I put down a lumber yard, and it would be nice to get the didn't I put down an outfitters? Yeah, I did put down an outfitters. So we have the lumber yard that was down that we put down, the outfitters we put down. We can do the pork ranch, but we need a bunch of planks, so the lumber yard needs to go up. And we also need a bunch of rope too. So who makes that? Is that the outfitter that makes that? Oops, I got somebody in the outfitters. Yeah, they're only doing clothing right now, and it's paused. What makes them do rope? Let's see if there's a rope maker here. The fermenter, we can probably put down the fermenter. I read that as wheat, but that might be flax. So, produces cider and beer. I want to make sure that I didn't put that unit down, because I was playing around the last time and thought maybe I had put one of those units down. But maybe I didn't. What's our jobs like? Yeah, we have 39 people who are unemployed. The quarry camp is out of stone. We still have 622. Ooh, we have a huge apple problem. We have a food problem here. Are we on slow speed? We are. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Let's fix some of this food problem. The only food that I have right now, which is weird. Honestly, it is really bizarre. It's apples. That's the only food that I have. So why don't I put down another apple farm over here? And we'll make it pretty big, I suppose. Like this size. So we'll get some apple farms in, or another apple farm in. We'll get some roads to be able to manage this little apple. I say little apple farm is pretty big. Get this apple farm satisfied here. People are planting. It says, I believe, it's not connected to the food. It's outside of the food radius. So, I don't know how that works. I'm a little confused on how the radius of that particular building works. Yes, it does store items. But how does it move items from one place to another? Will the items get moved from here into the food store? We're going to find out, because that's going to be interesting to know. Otherwise, I need to have another food store. But then how do you tell these people, hey, go get your apples from down here? Right. Right. Bunch of really interesting things that are happening here. So we'll keep an eye on food, because I think we're using food. I thought... Yeah, I seem to think what's happening, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought something was consuming apples. Maybe I'm still just thinking that I put down the building that I didn't put down. Well, let's put down the fermenter. And we'll put it down over here. It's within my creation distance of stuff. I just gotta look again. I swear to God I put down that fermenter somewhere. It's bizarre that I didn't put that down. What's going on with my builder situation? Because there are a lot of stuff that's not being built. I have 0 builders. What determines when a builder gets put to work? Let's speed up time a little bit. Maybe my problem is people aren't moving fast enough. Okay, since we can't move the quarry, which is weird because it looks like that there's some rocks that are still available here. I think why it stopped was because my inventory is full. It's not 100% full anymore. Maybe they'll go back to work. I don't... Oh, yep. There they go. There they go. So if it drops enough on the inventory, then it'll go back to work. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. Good. I'm glad that that's happening. All right. Lumberyard is being built. The apple production is happening. My apples are starting to come up. It does say I have 70-something apples and... or 97, yes, so they're all going into this food store, so they're being moved regardless if I'm outside of the area that I need to be, which is okay. My happiness is high. I've got just a bunch of farmers, and I'm not sure what I just saw there, though there's a bunch of stuff that was being taken. Maybe that is firewood and all that good stuff being used up, which firewood we have plenty of, by the way. And the lumberyard is almost done. Let me look at the labor. We can now start building laboring houses. Craft and produces resources that are essential to various production items and luxury goods. Cookhouse. Trader's hut. See, those all require rope. Except for the craftsman. So maybe I make the craftsman... We need 20 laborers, so I'm going to have to put down some labor houses, but there's, was it 20 stone and 20 planks, so we are starting to produce planks. I don't know how long it's going to take for them to get wood. There's a question mark over this. It's within the radius of the wood. Oh, there's an event that's happening. Nimble Thimble. Chancellor brings news of a promising development at the Outfitters. A talented seamstress has discovered a new stitch that can greatly increase productivity. See, I get stuck here in this whole dialogue thing. I wonder if it's because I have this other dialogue open and I never get to do the event dialogues, or there isn't anything for the event dialogue. There was one for the first one when I did go through it the first time. So, I mean, there is something going wrong with the game. And again, it's in alpha. Don't get your panties in a bundle because something's going on. There's something going on with this dialogue because I can't click anything right now. There we go. I can finally click again. So there was something, I don't know. Maybe I made a choice and I didn't realize I made a choice. We do have workers working. It's weird that we have workers working, but they're not producing planks. How is that even possible? 0 logs, 0 planks, 0 water. And we have plenty of water. Okay, we finally started producing planks. We finally got stuff delivered. So let's watch our plank production. Who's going to store that? You're going to store planks? I still don't know how rope gets created. Can we upgrade any of these houses? Is it possible to take them to the next level? Doesn't look that way. So we're going to have to build individual laborers' houses. And the laborers' houses are a little bit larger than what I think they would be. Okay, well, we can put some down here. Since they're the upper, we'll put them right behind the keep. And we'll leave a nice road there. And then let me give a couple more. Maybe over here. I'm thinking. Let's finish this road off first. I don't want there to be any confusion as to what or why I picked a direction. That way we can all go back to the video later and say, aha, you said this. Maybe. Okay. There's that in place. Make it a little bit more symmetrical, I suppose. It's okay to have that as a double wide. People can walk a little bit farther. All right, we got a lot of little icons going on. Mainly this is road. I think some of this has to do with storage facilities. Like they can't build because there's no stockpile available to it. So let me move a stockpile around and see if I can't get people moving goods. You would think that the workers, the available workers, would move stockpile items from one place to another, but it doesn't look that way. It looks like you have to have an additional stockpile in order for them to move anything, which I don't know if that quite makes a lot of sense to me. But we'll put another stockpile in here. We'll put it right behind this building. And that gives a nice radius for the stockpile. Let's put down some roads. Get some roads going on up in here. Okay. Stockpile. Can I make this a priority build? No, it's already built. Oh. It has the same inventory as the other stockpile does. Interesting. So they really are linked. It does take more people in order to run it, but they're linked. I wonder if I should do that with food. Maybe, huh? Did I build these in the wrong area? I think I did. Let's get rid of these guys. Let's put them back. Yep, I built them on the wrong. Got to get them on the roadside. See how long it takes to get the food store built. We'll put that on a priority delivery. Hopefully we can get that built right away, and then maybe some of this food will happen. Or have some fires going on. That's always fun and exciting. There is an ability to make a fire, like a fire station. So you can have some dedicated firemen, which I think is going to be necessary in the long run, since it seems the fires are pretty aggressive. And I don't know what dictates how a fire happens. I don't know if it's just purely environmental, lack of water, whatever the case might be. We're completely out of food, so we might end this playthrough by starving to death. Oh yeah, that would be great, huh? Okay, yeah, you really, yep, they're delivering all the food that was in this area. So you really have to have your coverage, your stockpile and your storage and your water, or things are not going to get built the way that you expect them to be built. Which is interesting, to say the least. It says they're outside of this, whatever that might be. This kind of reminds me a little bit of Anno and those type of games where you have farmers and laborers and maybe possibly other. It looks like we got 2 more tiers after that, so yeah, it says these guys have no firewood available to them, but there's plenty in the storehouse. And I'm really curious what the other need is. I don't know what the other need is. So population so far, 75 laborers, 4 laborers, sorry, 75 farmers. Our happiness dropped by 6. Not entirely sure why. Probably because we were running low on food. Our lumberyard is producing a pretty decent amount of planks. God, we have 600 something planks already, which is great. Hemp, apples, clothing, all not making enough. I should have made my hemp field significantly bigger than what I did. I made it tiny, and I think I made it tiny at that time because I just didn't have enough people. This one. Oh, they want a tavern. They all want a tavern. Oh, God, look how big this building is. Oh, and the radius of the tavern is so small. The tavern's only going to take care of a couple people. It's not going to take care of everybody. It's not big enough. The radius is not big enough to take care of everybody. We're almost out of lumber in this area. It looks like our little lumber thing has gone down. So, handful of trees left. Have to move our lumber production over here. Same with stones. Stones are getting a little low. We're still working on getting the last bit of flax in for this building. Let's put this as a priority for the craftsman. I kind of want to see what the craftsman is going to be able to build. Maybe, are they going to build the rope? I'm not sure. Well, we're still struggling to get a couple buildings built. I'm not entirely sure why. I don't know where the flax is going or the hemp is going. I really don't. I don't understand where the hemp is going. Something is causing the hemp to be consumed right away. Like, it never gets to where it's supposed to go, which is this building or this building. So this building currently has 0. This building has 50 or has 40. It's been that way for a long time. And why? Why is the question? A lot of questions with this game, my friends, but it looks promising. So, you know, I'm going to leave it at that. I don't have a manual. I know very little about the game other than they handed it to me to try out because I do builder games. It looks promising. I don't know what the combat's going to be like. It doesn't seem as challenging as they claim it is, or maybe I just haven't gotten to that part yet. But I've been able to maintain and grow and keep my people alive just by using my brain, which doesn't work sometimes if you guys watch me. But yeah, otherwise, you know, I'll keep an eyeball on this. When it goes out to early access, we'll play it again. And then when it goes to full release, we'll play it one more time. And hopefully it'll be a little bit more concrete and, you know, not have so many like weird little problems going on, but that's to be expected for an alpha. So I appreciate you guys joining. Thank you so much. If you haven't already, hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Would love to have you in the community. You want to follow me on any of my social media, you can find the links in the description below, and make sure to hit that notification bell. That way you know when I go live, when I post new videos. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.